Welcome to the RELA Middle School Journalism elective presentation. This presentation will provide you with everything you need to know to teach this course effectively. Today, we will discuss the essentials for the journalism elective course, the classroom environment and setup, as well as grading expectations and the course syllabus. This presentation and resources for this course can be found at www.tinyurl.com/RELA-meetings. By the end of this presentation, you will learn how to access RELA electives curricula via Canvas, the contents of the RELA electives curriculum, and options for classroom routines, structures, and setup. By the end of this presentation, you will also be able to successfully access the curricula for my RELA electives course via Canvas, explain the purpose and focus of my RELA elective course, and create a setup in a classroom with classroom routines and structures. Now we will explore the CFPG, or the Curriculum Framework Progress Guide for Journalism. Instructional considerations for both SPED and MLs, formerly ESOL. When planning instruction and developing lessons for English language learners and SPED students, it is essential to review student data to ensure that the lesson uses the appropriate strategies and modifications to develop the student's proficiency levels. The architecture of the CFPG for the Reading and Journalism course follows the same structure as the middle school RELA courses. There are 3 arcs in each quarter. The term arc of instruction describes the set of lesson seeds where each arc has 10 lesson seeds that connect with reading and writing instruction. Each arc has a unique focus of instruction. Journalism Course Overview. This course is designed and organized with texts and tasks that require students to think deeply about central themes in journalism and build knowledge and skills in preparation for the culminating task. The instruction is sequenced in 3 arcs. Here is a closer view of the journalism overview page. At a glance. The hyperlink will take you to the page in the CFPG called the At a Glance page. This page breaks down the sequence of instruction for the arc into daily sessions. So, for a 10-day arc, the At a Glance paces out how the instruction could look. Here you can see that each session includes a brief description of the content and the related Maryland College and Career Readiness Standards. What is a lesson seed? A lesson seed is an outline of a lesson that provides guidance for lesson planning by aligning standards with appropriate texts, instructional sequences, and assessments. So a lesson seed is not a finished lesson that a teacher can or should teach from. Instead, it is a tool for instructional planning. Each seed is structured the same way with the same components. The structure mirrors the same instructional sequences as the middle school RELA courses. Each lesson seed consists of the following elements: Maryland College and Career Readiness Standards, guiding questions, learning objectives, text and other resources, instructional notes, introductory, guided practice, independent practice, and closure. This is a sample lesson seed from the journalism course. There are 2 pages of a sample lesson seed for 1 session of instruction for this particular lesson. The template for each lesson seed is always the same. Independent reading. In order to ensure you meet the demands of the seed, this chart shows how your class should be structured. Note that the lessons are built for a 72-minute block, and you may need to adjust your times to ensure that you are able to implement the seed each day. As a reminder, RELA courses warm up with silent reading. This is the only warm-up for this course. When planning instruction, ask yourself, what do my students need to learn? How will I communicate learning intentions to students? And how will I know that the students were successful? Keeping these 3 questions while planning will keep you focused on the standards and outcomes of each lesson, intentions, and objectives. This is the gradual release of responsibility process and how we use this model in our curriculum. I do. This is where the teacher models the concept and the students observe. We do. The student does the work with help. The teacher guides and the students practice. You do. The student does the task on their own and the teacher observes. During the you do, as the teacher observes, the students are applying what they've learned. The teacher may notice the students or a student struggling and give more guided practice. Before beginning the gradual release of responsibility, check the student's background knowledge. Have the conversation prior to introducing a new lesson. No round robin. This exercise goes against the principles of guided reading. That means that during class readings of the text, teachers do not allow students to alternate in reading aloud. However, the teacher may read portions of the text aloud to engage and hook students before releasing them to read on their own. When should we use audio? The audio version of the text should only be played for students that have the accommodation written in their IEP, individualized education plan, or other appropriate situations, such as multilingual learners that need to hear and engage with language that they otherwise could not read. Canvas Curriculum Resources in the Teaching and Learning Hub. Now we will explore the Canvas Curriculum Resources in the TL or Teaching and Learning Hub. To access the journalism curriculum, please use the Canvas Curriculum Resources in the Teaching and Learning Hub. Now, let's go to the PGCPS staff portal. Click on the Canvas tab at the top. Once you are in Canvas, scroll down and click on the T and L hub on the bottom left. In the T and L hub, you will see the curriculum documents and instructional resources. Find and click on your grade level, content area, and the elective course in journalism. A shortcut to get to the journalism curriculum is going to www.tinyurl.com/CFPG-RELA. Text resources. There are a variety of online news sources and articles included in the journalism curriculum and some lesson seeds. The links are embedded with links to the PDFs. Newsella. The Clever application houses Newsella, a database of current event nonfiction stories and articles. You may search articles by topic, subjects, themes, and also assign articles individually or as a text set according to the student's lexile or reading level. Now, in your classroom, we will discuss the expectations and environment in your classroom that is conducive to having an effective classroom culture. These expectations include, number 1, procedures and routines such as how to enter the classroom, silent reading, classroom library protocols, classroom rules, etc. Number 2, engaging students. Include student discourse activities in your lesson planning. Such activities will allow students to voice their opinions, their prior knowledge, and what they have learned. And number 3, independent reading. This should take place every day during the first 12 minutes of class to build vocabulary and reading stamina. In your classroom during instruction, do not turn off the lights. Studies have shown that classroom lighting does affect cognition, and it is proven in terms of academic achievement, attention rates, working speed, productivity, and accuracy, among other reported effects. It also affects the brain and the body's sleep-wake cycle. Reader's Toolbox. Anchor charts are artifacts of classroom learning. Like an anchor, it holds thoughts, ideas, and processes in place. Here are the essential anchor charts that should be posted on your classroom walls. The 3 big questions, literature and nonfiction signposts, and book, head, and heart reading.